Oh, Miss Celia, it feels like singing.
If I were you, I would say yeah. Sister, I'm keeping my eyes on you.
I've been making musicals all my life, but I disguise them in dramas and science fiction pictures and comedies like 1941. I have been making musicals throughout my life and trying to sneak little musical numbers into my pictures, and certainly The Color Purple was no exception. The scene where Suge's going to march to her father's church.
Speak, Lord.
That was a musical number.
Speak to me.
When Suge sings for Celia at the juke joint.
I've been up that lonesome road and I seen a lot of suns going down.
That's a musical number. Even where Suge is taking Celia's hands away from her smile and letting her face herself in the mirror and accept herself.
Made him a 10, just
That's a musical number.
The music was just incredibly, Q outdid itself.
We had a tremendous pre-recording schedule and very diversified score from 1909 to 37. That's quite a passage of time for musical styles. And then we went and found songs. One was original, Sister, which we wrote with Rod Temperton, and Lionel Richie came in to work with us on the lyrics in the end. And Tata Vegas sang on the soundtrack on that.
Lionel Richie, Rod Templeton, and Quincy Jones called me up one day, all three of them, and they said, we want you to hear something. And I thought, oh, God. I mean, you have to understand that in some ways, this collaboration was one of the hardest things I've ever done. And I was standing in my kitchen, and I remember going to the counter and literally bracing myself. And they played it.
Sister, you've been on my mind. Oh, sister, we're two of a kind soul. Sister, I'm keeping my eyes on you.
And I thought, wow, that's so sweet.
I bet you think
It was so really beautifully done.
but singing the blues. Oh, sister, have I got news for you?
That's one of my favorite things in the film. It's just an incredible song.
I hope you think that you're something too.
It's an amazing song. Just there's something, I think, truly healing about it.
My sister, we sure ain't got a whole lot of time. Down the road, your papa running down the field, slipping and sliding like a automobile. I hollered at papa and told him to wait, slipping away from me like a nine-nine snake.
Dirty Dozen was a song I heard when I was like 7 years old in my grandmother's house in St. Louis, and I didn't realize it was the national anthem of the juke joints.
I met your daddy on the corner of the day. You know about that he was way that way.
And Tata Vega did that too. I forgot that after we finish all this, we got to do a score.
Something struck in me, in my soul, Celie, like a large bell. Then I just vibrated.
Stephen had music in places, man, that was so diversified. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing.
One of the things I got really excited about was all these really cool transitions. You know, so we have seamless blend, especially during the letter reading part. I wanted to do rain dripping in 9 buckets, each one making a different musical sound, so it's kind of percussive in a tonal way, and then you suddenly cut to these actual percussive instruments, and it blends the transition right back to Africa. It takes you to Africa. And that was fun about kind of orchestrating that whole scene. And of course, Quincy Jones just blended musically. He just wrapped it in music and made it one piece.
Sister, I'm keeping my eyes on you.
There are extraordinary beats throughout The Color Purple in terms of the music that Quincy came up with. And it was an evolutionary process, because even though we spent a lot of time going down into Mississippi, various parts of the South, experiencing real juke joints, getting a sense of what that culture was all about musically, I really give tremendous credit to Quincy for immersing all of us in the sound of that period and the real feeling of what it did to people, what life it brought to their lives.
Quincy was a constant source of inspiration. The film would not have been the same without Quincy.